There's a common misconception about pigs in New Zealand being wild, when the correct term is actually feral, due to them originating from domestic pigs. These feral pigs range over approximately 1/3 of the country below 1200 metres in altitude. The first pigs were released in New Zealand in the 1700s by the French explorer Jean-François de Surville, and then later by Captain James Cook. While similar looking to the European wild boar, feral pigs in New Zealand are actually a cross between various domestic breeds released into the wild. Feral pigs are smaller and hardier than their domestic counterparts, with poor eyesight, but an incredible sense of hearing and smell. While a valuable resource for hunters, pig numbers must be managed, as they can cause considerable damage to pasture and native forest. Today I'm just chucking up my stand in the tree up there behind me. Got a couple of rabbits I'm going to chuck out for the pigs. Because we've been in level 4 lockdown, I don't have all the other feed out stuff, so that'll come next week. And I'll set up the cameras then as well. But yeah, for now it's just get the stand up in the tree with my new Hawk Helium climbing sticks as well. Make life easy getting up in the tree. But unfortunately they don't make it easier getting to the tree. Right, so there it is up there, all sorted now. Just gotta come in during the week and lay out some feed. Right, so here we are, first feed out. For those of you that have forgotten the recipe, it's maize, molasses, raspberry jelly, raspberry cordial and raspberry fizzy drink, and then mix it up. Then bury the mix, making sure you pack it nice and tight. An important thing to remember when setting up your game camera is always set the date and time, otherwise you won't be able to pattern the animal's movements. One camera, there's the feed out area. The tree stand is up there, and the other camera is in there. So now hopefully we get some pigs come in and it's on. I did a bit of pest control when I set up the stand, and had a few rabbits that I dumped there and they've been smashed by the pigs, so they're around, which is good. For the first couple of weeks I had the game camera set up at terrible angles, but as you can see, the pigs were coming in thick and fast. A notable example was this big boar who immediately made my hit list, who I've named Bruiser. There guys, so final feed out before the big day, well night as it were. As you can see, been a lot of damage in here. They've been taking the feed well, so hopefully we can pull this off. We are good to go. Bring on Friday night. Okay guys, so we're on for tonight. Got the feed pile behind me, and I got 3 lights set up. Got one there, one over there in the tree, then another one down there, and they're all shining right on the feed pile there, because a couple of people told me that pigs don't see green light. So set up a set of lights, green lights, so yeah, hopefully it works, hopefully it rings true. I'll have one more up in the tree with me as well, just to illuminate me and stuff like that, so that you guys can see what I'm doing too, rather than just me being pitch black. I'll just head back and check my bow's all good, fire a few shots at the target, and yeah, then come back out here just before dark and get up in my tree. Hey guys, so heading into the stand now. No motorised transport this time, which sucks, but got to get in there quietly, you know. So yeah, hopefully I'll get in and get those lights on, get up in the tree, and hopefully it should only be a couple of hours till old Mr. Bruiser rocks on in. But he's hoping anyway. So here I am up in the tree, everything's all set up. I got lights going there, I got lights down here, I got my cameras, got more cameras, got my bow sitting there. Everything's good to go. Now I just gotta wait probably about 2 hours, and by then the boar should have rocked up. Here's my other lights, one right there, one over there, one down there. Should light up the feed pile nicely. No wind. I could hear something moving around just under my tree. Then a group of young pigs walked into my shooting lane. Unfortunately, all of my cameras stopped recording right before I let the first arrow fly. I'm not sure if I hit the first pig, but I know I definitely hit the second one. Bloody freezing up here. So yeah, I'm just giving them a little bit of time and then I'll climb down. Well, the first arrow's clean, but I know the second one definitely hit, so I'll just go find that. Well, here's the second arrow from the second pig. Got a bit of, looks like muscle tissue, which isn't ideal, but it's better than nothing. So now I'm going to have a quick look tonight, but probably won't spend too long looking tonight. I'll just have a quick look and then come back in the morning if I don't find it. Alright, that's what I want to see. Good bit of blood. Well, I've had a quick look and found some more blood, but I don't want to push too far because there's not a lot of blood. So I'll back out and I'll come back in the morning. It's a nice cold night, so the pig should be alright. But yeah, see you in the morning. Good morning guys, it's 6:30 now, so I'm heading in to look for my pig. I had bugger all sleep last night. I'm not sure whether that was just adrenaline or probably a bit of anxiety too. But yeah, hopefully I can find the piggy. Unfortunately Bruiser didn't come in last night. but rather than leave empty-handed, I decided to take one of the smaller pigs that were there. I couldn't tell if it was a boar or sow. The light wasn't great, but there was enough to shoot, but I couldn't see whether it was a boar or a sow. Right, so here's the last blood I found last night. So looking at the drip patterns behind me and up to here, I'd say that the pigs carried on this way. So that's the way I'm going to head. So I've been out of blood for a while now. Just searching through all the scrub, seeing if I can find any sign. It's really puzzling because you think even if it had clotted, when he ran through the scrub, it would have wiped off on stuff. But there's just no sign of blood at all, anywhere. And from where I last found the blood, everywhere around it would have had to run through something and wipe the blood off onto something. But I just can't find a drop. The only thing I can put it down to is that the arrow went in too high, and it hasn't hit an organ, basically. But that doesn't explain why the blood just stops. I mean, it doesn't just evaporate into thin air within 50 metres of the shot. Especially when it's got to walk through scrub and crap. So it's got to leave a trail somewhere. But it's just so puzzling and so frustrating. I've searched and searched and searched. Haven't found another drop of blood. My best bet is that it's gone down into the scrub, but without any blood and just hundreds of tracks, it's not really anything I can do. It's absolutely shattering. After all the working, I'm just going to have to go back to the drawing board with this whole plan I've been working on. I'm going to go back and see what footage I got, see what I can learn from it. Figure out a new plan, probably some better lighting too. So I'm thinking I might put a big spotlight in the tree with me. That might work out well. So when I hear them come in, or when I can hear them munching on the feed, I can just flick the spotlight on. The spotlight will also help with filming a lot, because I don't know how much I got on my main camera. Probably nothing, but yeah, just go back now, see what I can learn. So yeah, I don't know how many of you are aware of this, but basically flying by the seat of my pants with all of this. There isn't really a plan I can follow, so I'm just trying to figure it out as I go. And you know, you don't learn without failing. And so far I've done a lot of that. But yeah, hopefully I can make something work at some point and get a good video out for you guys. And some pork in the freezer too, don't forget about that. For the next couple of weeks I refrained from hunting the area, but continued to put the feed out just to allow the pigs some time to become comfortable in the area again. Right, so I'm set up for another sit. Learned a few things, changed a few things for this time. Hopefully it'll make it a bit more successful. I'll walk you through what I've changed. So basically I've made more concentrated light. This one straight down onto there, and these two straight down on the feed rather than the broader light that I had. And also up in the tree stand there, you'll see I have a spotlight, just a normal white spotlight to brighten it up and make it easier to shoot. And I've got my light set up above me there so you can see everything I'm doing. Hopefully that translates into a good shot and a quality video for you guys. So now I'm going to go and get cleaned up and be less stinky. Use some scent control soap and scent control spray and stuff. Get all nice and cleaned up, and I'm wanting to be back in the tree sort of about 8:15, because our sunset's meant to be 8:30, so give me enough time to, because they're not usually right on sunset anyway, so it gives it enough time to settle down for me to get everything set up in the tree, you know, and then just let the noise settle after that and play the waiting game. I'm heading into the stand now. most of everything set up when I put the feed out earlier this afternoon. So all I'll have to do is switch on the lights, then get up in the tree. So yeah, that'll save a lot of fricking around, and it'll save a lot of noise too, which will be good. Once everything was set up, it was just a matter of playing the waiting game. After getting everything set up, and with bow in hand, I realised it was just the possums getting out of their beds for the evening. So back to playing the waiting game. As Bruiser cautiously made his way into my view, my heart was beating through my chest, and I was doing everything I could to try and calm my nerves. The moment I'd been waiting for was finally here. At an agonizingly slow pace, he made his way into the feed pile. I set my feet and waited for him to quarter away, giving me a good shot behind his shield. Well guys, Bruiser came in and I put an arrow in him, and I watched the nocturnal knock go up the hill, and then it sounded like he crashed down, but I'm going to give him a bit of time, and then I'm going to go for a little look, but if it's not good blood, I'm not going to push it tonight, and I'll come back in the morning, because I saw exactly where he went, so I'm really happy with that. I'm just so stoked. Oh, I can't believe it. Finally put an arrow in him. Yes. So I've given him about 20 minutes. So now I'm going to climb down in the tree, go down to where he was, and then start seeing if I can track blood from there up to where I saw the knock going through the trees. But yeah, hopefully I can pick up a good blood trail tonight, otherwise I'll be back in the morning. Well guys, I couldn't find any blood. Maybe it's too dark, or maybe because the arrow went in high and didn't pass through. Maybe he's just sort of filling up inside. But either way, I'm backing out, and I'll just come look for him in the morning. So yeah, that's it for tonight. Hopefully I'll find him. I was looking on the camera and the shot looked good, so yeah, I'm sure I'll find him. It's just after 6:30. I'm heading in now to see if we can find the pig. Got my dad with me as well. Just 2 sets of eyes would be better than one. So yeah, let's hope we find it. been searching for quite a bit now. Starting to get pretty hot, but not a drop of blood yet, so I just don't believe it. It was a good hit. The arrow looked like it hit the good spot, so should be finding blood, but nothing. Finally found some blood. It's progress. After I arrowed him last night, saw him run around and go up the hill and stop on the corner of the track, which is up here behind me. Now I found a couple of drops of blood coming up to there, but yeah, where he stopped on the corner of the track, I can't find any evidence. You'd think there'd be, you know, a pool of blood there, especially when he was leaving blood while he was running up the hill. So yeah, it's really puzzling. So just keep looking. Unfortunately, I think I'll have to call it off. There's just no evidence of where he's gone, which sucks. Probably be the last time I tree stand for pigs at night. There's just too many variables, and I felt like I had accounted for all the variables, but there's just always more. But that's hunting, you know. There's you need 1,000 things to go right while 10,000 things are working against you. So yeah, I'm going to head down now, pack up all my gear and get out and plan the next mission. Sorry to disappoint any of you guys and girls watching. Actually, you know, I feel sick about it. You know, my target boar came along and put an arrow in him, and now I can't find him. So yeah, it's not good. It's not a nice feeling at all.